I got a computer when I was 6 and the internet, and I had it in my room, and my parents were really open to that. I bought a course that wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but kind of shifting things around. I was doing, wearing all different hats, and I landed on web design because I really liked it. From the moment I was building my own first website to the moment I was, helping a client launch his own and a product and doing all of this sort of stuff. You wouldn't believe how many websites are built. Like, I'm talking multi-million-dollar businesses on simple platforms like Shopify, pretty much drag and drop. And then, WordPress as well with Elementor Pro. Actually, okay, I need a service. Let me go ahead and, do that whole process of hiring and finding somebody. For me, for what I do, it's amazing. It's one of the best things that ever happened. I think you just got to be open-minded to it. And to me, it's come very naturally because I would always like to over-explain things and just give every single possible detail. I think people think AI is going to replace you, but it's most likely going to be people who use AI better than you are going to replace you.
When AI makes you more efficient, is it more about getting that time back so you can be spending time with family and relaxing, or is it about making you more efficient at your job so that you can spend more time on the things that really you want to be spending time on within the business?
I'm getting married in about 3 to 4 weeks.
So we're seeing an era come through where coding isn't necessary anymore. What it can't do is the logic and reasoning and translation and thinking is humanizing and emotion side of things, which is kind of where you sit in the middle.
So if you go back to the era of ClickFunnels, you're going to see a lot of bad looking boxy websites that convert like crazy with the red ribbons and stuff and, buy now, this and that. And then you're going to, have businesses like some, for example, investment holding company that, just focuses on acquiring other businesses that just needs to look professional. And I call those websites like a fancy business card, that website, where if somebody looks you up, they want to make sure you're legit. Just recently, we had a project with a company that does commercial property maintenance. The company doesn't have a website. It looks, it doesn't look legit. But I always say, if you want bold, just look at apple.com, one of the most beautiful websites ever. And I'm sure it does its job in converting. It's probably just the way that you do something. And one of those most prominent examples, I would say, of a booming industry in terms of business development is definitely cold email. It's been, and I've dabbled myself in it a lot. And it's just not knowing your audience when you reach out via cold email, or being too aggressive, or just not having good copy, or doing your good enough research to know what it is. And a lot of people are very ego driven, and if you miss their name, they get angry. Myself, I've finally come to peace with it, that people are gonna spell my name with a C instead of a K, and I'm totally good with that. Yeah, I'm gonna sound like Alex Ramosi now, but it's probably content. And I say that because I'm guilty of it as well, of not doing it, right? You can see the evidence of that wherever you turn your head. So content and fighting for that piece of pie is definitely something every business should do.